numbers over the last couple of years. If you were playing now, you think you'd be more of a 4 or a 5?
You know, Kevin, I think I'd be a 3. I played the 4 and 5 in the NBA when I played, and I think I'd be a 3. Right now, you get to shoot, you get to take guys out on the wing. Defensively, though, I'd have to make sure I call for some help, because laterally, you got to be able to move out there with those guys. But I think definitely it'd be the 3, 4, and 5 the way the game has evolved.
And you can bring the ball up. I've seen you do it. I know you could do it in this game as well.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, you have a lot more opportunity to do it in this game, and that's not a criticism. It's actually, I love the way the game is played now. It's a lot less hand-checking, more space, and when you play with guys like I did, from the Peja Stojakovic's and all the great shooters, the Tracy Murrays, those guys, it's that much easier to play in space, because the defense has to honor those guys, and if they space out, that means you may just have a wide-open lane to the basket.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Myers-Leonard is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Iguodala. Then there's Dragic. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Now Butler, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Dragic, the pass to Leonard. Back to Dragic. And here's Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Over McCollum. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Cold start for him. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
Lillard way outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And the cold start gets a little colder. Just 1 for 4 to start the game.
Butler with the ball. Now Covington defending. And it's good for 2.
With an advanced mid-range jumper, Butler does tons of damage from the perimeter.
McCollum finds Hood. Back to McCollum. Lets it go. They get it back. Can't cash in from close range. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. That puts them in the lead.
I think Jimmy Buckets has underrated vision. He's more than capable of spotting open teammates and distributing accordingly.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Now with his face-up game, Myers-Leonard comfortable playing at power forward or center.
Yeah, Kevin, but if you look at the muscle he's added, he sure looks like a pivot. I mean, 7'1", solid, 260. The hammer. Well, that's at least what he calls himself. He's ready to bang.
Now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months, the scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
Yeah, as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, Other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points in three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
He hits both from the stripe. And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on the offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
Now here's Iguodala. Pass to Adebayo. Shoots over Nurkic. And another shot. Leonard trying to break free. And it's Butler missing.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Lillard way outside. Off target from outside.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
No good from Dragic.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you think about a franchise player, it's hard to find a better example than Damian Lillard. His play, his presence, Kevin. He's one of the most important players in Blazers franchise history.
Chris, you were talking about the presence of Lillard. Very cool and always composed.
Oh, Kevin, I love Damian Lillard. I mean, he's from Oakland. He has that town toughness. He's got that dog in him. I mean, he speaks softly and carries a big stick.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Lillard. Opening day, Chris. In your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
2 types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
Little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And then secondly, I would say veteran teams. Teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later. Well, last season, Andre Iguodala has seen a sharp improvement in his threes. He said he figured something out with his shot, and the results speak for themselves.
Throw good, Iguodala. And with Iguodala and his threes, you just need him to hit at a decent rate, Chris, to be effective.
Yeah, well, he just has to keep a defense honest and hit them when he's left open. I mean, first and foremost, he's a playmaker and a terrific defender at that. The threes are just the icing on the cake for him.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis.
Yeah, his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Eric Spoelstra.
Well, Kevin, he spoke about the strategy coming in of working the ball inside, emphasizing that throughout the game. That's where they think they have the biggest advantage. And they think they can score inside with consistency. We will see how long that holds up. Guys.
Thanks, David. And there it is for him.
No, you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic. I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Lillard against Dragic. Pass to Leonard. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one. McCollum deciding where to go with it. To the paint. And finished off by Nurkic.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
And you love the veteran footwork. I mean, Iguodala off the trap.
Lillard outside. Nailed from three-point land. Lillard's got 7. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Bounce pass, Dragic. Butler against Hood. Now here's Butler. Not a lot of room. Off the left rim and out. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. Over in the corner, Lillard. Shoots over Dragic. And there's Lillard on the assist by McCollum. And it's 9 points for Damian Lillard. The Heat trail by 4. Iguodala outside. The dish to Dragic. There's the 3. Rebounded by McCollum. Portland's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Fires from 14. The putback stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Adebayo. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Trailblazers leading by 4. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Respect the leaping ability of Lillard or you'll get dunked on.
Lillard's gone 4 of 8 from the field. McCollum against Iguodala. Outside Dragic. Miami no good on that time either.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
McCollum trying to get open, and that one's good. Lillard.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother him.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Some bad shot selection, as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Miami also making a switch. Nunn's checked in. And so here is Miami. 8-point game. And stolen by Hood. And here they come. Here's Lillard. Out of hand on it. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Here's McCollum. Shot from the inbound. Buries it despite the hat. Terrific play. We'll have a chance for one more. They get Andre Iguodala.
One of the top 10 shooting guards in the NBA, C.J. McCollum. I mean, you wonder, though, would he be even better lined up as a point guard? I'm not sure. But his defense has been his shortcoming. At 6'3", his size is better suited for the one.
Robinson's checked in for the Heat.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good. McCollum. See, Webb, you think about McCollum as a point guard. His assists have dropped 3 seasons running.
Yeah, Kevin, but that's because his role on this team is to score. And he's so skilled. He can get other guys involved, but you want him putting it in the bucket. Who's a better option than him besides Dame Lillard? On another team, though, with a chance to start at point guard, I wouldn't mind seeing that adjustment.
Here's Lillard. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Now here's Lillard. Nunn grabs the board.
just doing the job on the backboard.
Down low, here's Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And it's 6 points for Jimmy Butler.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Lillard outside. Good for his sixth make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Nunn passes to Butler. There's the pass to Nunn. Just 5 to shoot. Lets the three fly. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Hood deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Covington. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Nunn. He kicks to Butler. "11 feet away, and Cantor pulls it down." The Trailblazers on offense. They're on an 18-6 run. Covington with the bucket.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Now, here is Robinson. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
And his impact wasn't just on offense. He played great D. Blocked 2 shots. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot he didn't do in that game.
Here's Nunn. Shoots over Lillard. And again, it's the Heat missing. .124 left to play in the first quarter. He gets it in there.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
The Heat trail by 13.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Nunn. Covered by Lillard. Nunn can't get it to fall. Portland's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Lillard misses. Miami's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Covington with the steal. Here's McCollum. Covington dishes to Hood. Lays it up and banks it in.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
We've got 28 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Nunn passes to Leonard. Butler against Hood. To end the run, and the officials call a traveling violation.
And that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Lillard. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise player.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it, but with that comes a lot of, some people call it pressure, but a lot of responsibility is what I call it. Every night you got to show up. You have to be productive. You have to show guys even when you're hurt, you can still play. Even when you're tired, you got to go out there and do what you're supposed to do. It's fun to me. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard, Rodney Hood out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Trent in at the 2 spot.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Nunn passes to Butler. Portland grabs the miss. It's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Well, it tells you a lot about who's the more aggressive team. I mean, they should have that same exact attitude tonight.
Here's Nunn following the score by Rodney Hood. Anthony against Butler. 6 on the shot clock. That shot missing, and it's Portland the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Butler with the steal. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Oh, he's known for his defensive chops. Butler, he is opportunistic and aggressive. Now he comes up with steals.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 19. Kanter trying to free himself up. The teardrop falls in. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Nunn passes to Butler. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Oh, and you don't have to tell Butler to shoot it. He's ready to let it fly as soon as he touches the rock.
Pass to Kanter. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Olynyk is covering. Second chance effort. It's blocked. Here's Nunn. Covered by Lillard. Nunn passes to Robinson. From deep three-point range. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Lillard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And the pass to Trent. Lillard outside, pulls up, and he gets the jumper to drop. Lillard's got 23 points.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Here's Nunn. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Butler against Hood. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Look, you can't give Butler breathing room. Once he senses an opening, he leaps all over it.
Here's Lillard. The shot from the low post is good. 25 points in the game.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, G.A., and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Trailblazers leading by 18. Here's Trent. Passes it to Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Lillard is as tough as there is to contain in the pick and roll. He does a nice job of using the screen to get a little bit of separation.
The Heat trail by 20. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. Here's the lob to the hoop, and Adebayo throws it down.
Butler reading the defense and uses that pick and roll effectively. Good ball handling option.
Here's Trent, guarded by Robinson. Out to Anthony. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Nunn. No points in the game yet for him. He dishes it to Robinson. Here's Butler, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assists, and that's 15 points for Butler.
Now, I thought maybe the D would figure him out as the game went along. Looks like he's figured them out in this first half.
And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Buries it from three-point range. Anthony's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Robinson with it. To the inside. Adebayo. Excellent D from Cantor. Trailblazers leading by 19 points. To the middle. Here's Anthony. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
Inside. Here's Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
Here's Trent, guarded by Robinson. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense is creating some great opportunities.
The Trailblazers have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland. Heat also with the sub. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Robinson. A lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
Yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating a whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on a little on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league and it's a copycat game, and so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you can say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of that.
I would agree.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Butler. And he converts the layup. Butler's got 19 points.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Here's Trent. He's covered by Iguodala. Buries the long-range jumper. 30 points for Damian Lillard.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
Here's Nunn. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Down low. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up. High post. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more. Looking at Miami. They want to turn it around after the loss to Charlotte. Pass to Anthony. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, he turns it up. And though Iguodala has become a long-range shooting threat, he still managed to struggle from the line.
The Heat shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And the first one drops. See, Webb, if we lower the draft age back to 18, the league will take a larger role developing high school players. Your thoughts?
Well, I think it could be a safety net. You know, so many kids are vulnerable at this time, and they don't have a system, and that's why everything's kind of been messed up for players trying to figure out what is the correct system. How do I really get immersed? I want to be in the NBA. What is the right way? And I think the younger you are, with the more direction that you have, it can only turn out to be a safer process, I would hope.
And getting better pro-level training, too, coaching.
Yeah, pro-level training, pro-level knowledge, pro-level relationships. I think it's a great thing, by the way.
The Heat trail by 21. Dragic finds Jones. In the corner, Iguodala with it. The three-pointer, no good. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to Memphis. Covington passes to McCollum. They get it again. That shot off. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Iguodala. Now here's Adebayo. And there's the pass to Dragic. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Lillard. Here's McCollum. Nice spin off the left rim and in. McCollum's got 7 points.
Love the sensational ball control from McCollum. He makes it look so easy.
Throws it up high, and Adebayo throws it down.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. And Lillard gets it to go.
He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. There's Dragic with the 3, and it's Portland with the rebound. McCollum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Covington. Good D by Jones.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Now here's Dragic. Robert Covington unable to get his last shot to go. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Outside Dragic from outside the arc. And it's rebounded by Covington.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
With the quick, accurate release, McCollum thrives on catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Here's Dragic following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Over Lillard. No good from Dragic.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lillard dishes to Covington. 29 seconds left here in the second. Passes to Nurkic. Now here's McCollum. He's covered by Leonard. Shot from the top of the key. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. Dishes it to Dragic. Back to Iguodala. To stop the drought. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 32 points, 3 assists, and 8 rebounds. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
One of the things Lillard gives you year after year is consistency. Look at his stats. They're almost the same across the board every season. And then he has nights like this where he takes it up a notch.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. They're serious about cutting into this deficit. It's gut check time. You hear that, Ernie? I'm hitting my gut. You got to check your gut, Ernie. Gut check time, Ernie.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. They've got Jimmy Butler. Myers Leonard is out there with Adebayo. And there's Iguodala. And it's Dragic in at the point.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, of just paving the way for me as a basketball player, I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives and bringing awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. And the first one at the line is good.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Now the Heat with it. Butler on the wing, covered by Lillard. Dragic, the pass to Butler. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 3 assists tonight.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now, here's Nurkic. And Lillard gets double teamed. And a wide open look for McCollum. Offline with his 3. The Heat trail by 21. Lays it up off the glass. 11 points for Andre Iguodala.
Rock solid start for him. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
3-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got 4 rebounds in this game. Dragic with it. Lillard picks him up. No good from Dragic. Portland leading by 19. Outside Hood. Kicks it to Nurkic. And that one goes long.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Well, they're passing to Iguodala. Adebayo with the ball. And that one drops for him. Adebayo's got 6 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. And when Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down.
Now here's Iguodala. 11 points in the game. 2 points. That one goes. Iguodala's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Cullen passes to Nurkic. Here's Lillard. The shot, no good. And it's Miami the other way. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And you look at Jimmy Butler. Goes about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
That free throw good from Butler.
I mean, an obsessive personality type Jimmy Butler. Back in Marquette, he'd stop a fast break drill when he caught a pass with one hand instead of two and say, do it over. That perfectionism still drives him to death.
Lillard, good on the bucket. Lillard's got 34.
All night long, Lillard has been taking over on the offensive end. I mean, adjusting to every defense they've thrown at him.
Dragic kicks to Butler. Iguodala wide open from outside off the mark. And Jimmy Butler, a creature of habit, isn't he, Chris?
Oh, yeah, Kevin. He eats the same meals for breakfast and lunch. He watches the same movies over and over, the same thing every day. It's brought him to this point, right? So why stop now?
Dragic gets the bucket.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Lillard against Dragic, and Lillard gets double teamed. Nobody near Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist in this one. And it's Dragic with the ball for the Heat. They trail by 16. Now the dish to Iguodala. He kicks it to Butler. It's tipped. 5 to shoot, and they double up Butler. The Heat need to get a shot off. And here's Iguodala outside, and the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. McCollum up top. He's covered by Leonard. Lillard from outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Butler against Covington. From about 16, Butler no good. Trailblazers leading by 19 points. McCollum finds Lillard. That's a 2 from Hood. It's Adebayo with the rebound. He'd have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you. Portland's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. McCollum right side. Over Iguodala. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Now, here's Lillard after the miss from Andre Iguodala. And Lillard gets it to go.
Well, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Lillard after the made shot from Goran Dragic. Hood, the pass to Lillard. Dragic with some nice D.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Iguodala dishes to Leonard. Dragic against Lillard. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Houston Rockets. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Lillard. Back to McCollum. It's stolen by Adebayo. The Heat trail by 17. Dragic kicks to Butler. Lets it go from 14. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
It's McCollum on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight.
Love watching McCullough shoot the ball. He has such a pure, clean-looking Jimmy.
Now here's Dragic. 7 points in the game. Shoots over Lillard. And another basket for Miami.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
To the inside. Here's the floater.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. What an impressive performance.
Yeah, Greg, and it's more than just being in the right place at the right time. I mean, he's been active and aggressive.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now a timeout called by Portland. There's always at least one joker on every roster. Who was the funniest guy, Chris, you ever played alongside?
Oh, man, by far is Jay Will. Jay Will, White Chocolate, he was the funniest before the game, after the game, during the game. He would, you know, it'd be a bad call by a ref or something. He'd say something to the ref would laugh and pat him on the butt. I mean, he's a funny guy. He's somewhere right now telling jokes, having somebody laugh and fall out on the floor. It was just his personality, a hard worker, but he definitely was the joker on the court.
Checked in for the Trailblazers. Anthony comes in for Hood.
And a moment now to look at the stats for Dragic. How he did last season. Averaged about 13 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
And the shot goes down. That's 10 points for Nurkic.
And the touch Nurkic has inside. I mean, I love seeing him be aggressive and look to get his shot from there.
Here's Nunn. Count that one. Here is Lillard. He's got 39. Outside Anthony. Shoots. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. That's 7 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Now here's Dragic. He's got 9. They get a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
And here's a look at some stats for Damian Lillard. Last season, he played outstanding. 3rd in free throw percentage, 9th in scoring, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And just going back to his free throw efficiency, it's about confidence when you're at the line. You've always said it. He had it. That's how he ended up with the top 3 ranking.
You know what a counter competitor he is? I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
1:51 left to play in the 3rd. Outside Collins. Goes up to the stripe, and Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Collins. Anthony's got 9.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Nunn passes to Olynyk. Now Dragic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 6 assists now in the game. The Heat trail by 18. Outside Dragic. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. And Adebayo throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 14 rebounds. To the paint, here's McCollum. It's hauled in by the Heat. Nunn's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now, here's Nurkic. 10 points for him. It's good.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, Kev, I mean, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the 3rd. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Miami, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Dragic.
I like that he's playing with an edge here in the second half. I mean, he didn't get to the line once in the first half.
Both free throws good from Dragic.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Lillard fires away from way outside. The long distance 3 is good. Lillard's got 44. Now here's Dragic. The 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Portland out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins is out there with Anthony, and it's Cantor, and it's a 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Start at a mid-major. Shout out to all the mid-major colleges. Lehigh University, C.J. McCollum wasn't that blue-chip prospect, but he sure worked his way to the top.
Your player at Lehigh, McCollum earned his degree in journalism.
Yeah, he had to beg his parents to switch from a business major, but now he's putting his degree to use. He already interviewed the commissioner. Man, keep playing. I'm trying to come for my job, Kevin. When his playing days are done, though, I'm sure he'll be looking to try to take my job and yours and continue on that path.
Dragic gets the bucket. Dragic has got 14 points here in the second half.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Clock at 4. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got his first bucket in this one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Dragic finds Adebayo. Back to Dragic. Goes up on the high post. And it's Portland with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Miami. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Adebayo throws it down.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now here's Anthony. And then Lillard slams it in.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stop.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Nunn. Drops it in from 11 feet. Lillard with it. And Lillard gets double teamed. Pass to Anthony. Beyond the arc. No good on that one. The Heat go the other way with it.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Nunn can't get it to fall. Trailblazers leading by 18. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
First one falls for. So Anthony nails both of them. And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated constant questions about their free agent estimations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, like myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media's going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Covington's checked in. Then for the Heat, Leonard comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Iguodala in for Goran Dragic. Anthony finds Lillard. Here's Cantor. And it's Miami with the rebound. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Nunn trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. Iguodala, the pass to Nunn. Clock at 6. From the arc. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Offensive rebound. The Heat trail by 20. Nunn passes to Jones. And again, it's the Heat missing. Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. McCollum and Jones sends it back. And they're able to recover. And that one's good, Anthony. The Heat have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Nunn. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Iguodala. And Cantor pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 22. Anthony nowhere around, but they get it back.
That's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
Iguodala kicks to Jones. The pass to Leonard. To the middle. It's tipped. Stolen by McCollum. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Got a piece of it. Here's Lillard.
Well, you got to admire how aggressive Lillard is. Terrific at finding a way to get to the charity stripe. One of the game's elite scorers and closers, Damian Lillard. With the game on the line, you know what time it is. It's Dame time.
Throw good, Damian Lillard.
A rapper off the court, a number 0 from the town, an elite point guard. He has plenty of personality. He's a fun guy to be around.
Rodney Hood's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. The Heat also with the sub. Butler's checked in. So he gets them both. And Miami shooting 43% from the field. Timeout called the Heat.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really not. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League in their All-Star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all three of these leagues I'm in.
Iguodala no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Good finds Lillard. Passes it to Covington. They grab their own miss.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
None, that's good.
Oh, and making that extra pass, Iguodala committed to running the offense there.
Now here's Lillard. Defense is right there. Covington kicks to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Miami's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Nunn passes to Iguodala. Dishes it to Butler. Over Hood. Doesn't go that time. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. One negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union: prospect attendance at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physical.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. So I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
Here's Butler, banked in off the glass. Butler's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
They're going to be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
Now here's McCollum. Down low, here's Cantor. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Heat shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Here's Nunn, covered by Lillard. Nunn passes to Olynyk. And they double up Butler. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
That's when a double team hurts a defense. I mean, when they're guarding a player smart enough to pass out of it and find the man left alone.
They get it back. Goes up again, and Hood with the nice bucket inside.
And you can see the second chance points now starting to be a major factor.
Nunn passes to Iguodala. Kicks it to Butler, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Now, here's Lillard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
The outstanding quickness of Lillard. It keeps the D on their heels. He excels at drawing the foul when you drive.
Damian Lillard. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Caleb Flanagan's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Mario Hezonja comes in for Robert Covington. Little, he's checked in for Rodney Hood. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family and friends telling you, go, get the money. But what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see. And if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. See, we have extra 5 on the clock, and Lillard gets double teamed. And he overshot that one, missing. Miami's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter of this one. 13 feet away. Jerome, no good. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Trailblazers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in mid. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Lillard.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
Here's Lillard after the Heat pick up 2. Out to the right wing. Here's Simons. Hezonja trying to free himself up. A nice shot by Simons.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Here's Jerome. Pass to Hero. High post try. Jump shot is good.
Well, I think he's looking around wondering where the D is. I mean, nowhere near him, that's for sure.
Lillard looking around. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. We got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long.